Om Ajnanatimrantasya Jnananjano Salakaya Chaksuranmalitamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Supadantikam Vande Am Shri Gurun Shri Yuta Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sangrajatam Sahagano Lugunatan Vidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Visakan Pitamsta He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Sabhanu Sude Devi Pranamami Adipriye Vancha Kalpatrubhyascha Kripa Sindhya Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namah Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. I would like to take the opportunity to thank all of you for coming for today's program. It's my great privilege and opportunity to be with all of you around. And also today is a very auspicious day. It is the appearance day, the Vesa Puja festival of His Holiness Bhakti Swami, very dearmost disciple of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So today is a Vyasa Puja. Vyasa referred to Vyasadeva, who is the compiler of the Vedas. And Puja refers to worship. So Vyasadeva is the original spiritual master. Janmareyasya yatanvayat itarata chadav abhidyaswarat Tene Brahma Hridayo Adi Kavayo Moyanti Yat Surayaha. When Lord Brahma created, when Lord Krishna created Lord Brahma, then Lord Brahma was not able to know what is duty, what he has to do on this creation. At that moment, the Lord imparted the knowledge unto Lord Brahma to understand about the origin of this world, to understand his duty to the Lord and the world, and how to conduct every of single activities in the world for the pleasure of the Lord. And the Lord imparted the Veda. Veda means knowledge. So this one Veda was imparted to Lord Brahma. And it was existed up to the end of Dwapara Yuga. And the end of Dwapara Yuga, just before Lord Krishna departed his own abode, Vyasadeva divided this Veda for the upliftment of the entire humanity. The Kali Yuga is going to be a different age altogether. In Satya Yuga, people were able to have a right mindset of life. They've been following the virtue 100%. They're following the path of dharma. And at that time, people were able to live for 100,000 years in Satya Yuga. So the Veda was there, people able to understand the Veda. And then the Treta Yuga appeared where people were able to have only 70% of virtues, the dharma in themselves, and they were living for 10,000 years. And in Dwapara Yuga, people were blessed to live for 1,000 years, and the dharma was with them 50%. And the end of Dwapara Yuga, Vyasadeva, the original spiritual master, he was able to foresee that the Kali Yuga is coming. The most degraded age is going to come, and people hardly will have 25% dharma, principle of dharma in their life. And Vyasadeva was able to see Tataichano Dina Dharma Satyam Saucham Samadaya Palena Balina Rajan Nansati Ayur Balam Smrti. In Kali Yuga, practically the good qualities of human being will be reduced day by day. The dharma, the principle of dharma will be reduced. Satyam, the truthfulness will be reduced. The cleanliness in their heart and their body will be reduced. And the mercifulness will be reduced. The bodily strength will be reduced. The memory power will be reduced. The strength of the body will be reduced. And their lifespan, the duration of lifespan of a human being will be reduced. So Kali Yuga, all the wonderful qualities of the living being will be reduced. So Vyasadeva was able to foresee this is coming soon. Vittam meva kalau nirnam janmachara gunadaya dharmanyayam vyavastayam karanam balam evahi. In Kali Yuga, the people's life goal only will become wealth, how to make money. Whichever way, doesn't matter. Just simply wealth, money will become the goal of life. And dharmam nyayam, the justice, and the religion can be bought over by money. So people, everybody will run after. They will say, no money, no talk. Money is God. Lampatya virture turmayaiva vyavaharike sritve pumsritve sayirate tatratve sudram evahi. In Kali Yuga, people will be more attracted to the external appearance of the people, man and woman, they'll come together, not in the basis of quality, but in the basis of the bodily attraction. And somewhere or other, the marriage life will be lasting as long as there is bodily interactions are gratified. The moment somebody is not gratifying their body by the other person, and they will be given to you divorce note. The notice will be given because they're no longer attracted to each other. Everything in Kali Yuga will be based on the bodily level. And the priest will be known, a Brahmana will be known by the Brahmana thread without any qualification, simply by taking birth in a Brahmin's family. Somebody will claim they are Brahmana, but they won't have any Brahmana quality. Durevari Ainam Tirtan Lavanyam Kesadanam. Beautifully, the 12th canto, chapter 2 onward, very beautifully been explained by Sukadev Goswami. That the temples, the holy places, the holy river, all will become like a reservoir of water situated in a very long distant place. Even there may be a Balaji temple in nearby their place. They may fly to India to see the Balaji there because they think the Balaji there is more powerful than the Balaji in Auckland. And simply by sustaining family, taking care of family will become the goal of life. And maintaining one child, they think they've succeeded in their life. A girl coming from the village background, everybody more or less had 1 dozen, children in their family. My parents had 7 children. My mother's sister, she had 11 children, and they had no problem. But today, even one child, if you can take care properly, you think you have succeeded in your life. एवं प्रजबे दुसबे अकिरणे स्थिति मंडले ब्रह्मा विसद्र सुद्रानम योगले भवितान निरुपा. And anybody can speak very well and they become the political leaders for the country. Somebody become a prime minister if he can manipulate the words, if they can say something very good for the people. It doesn't matter, they're going to execute whatever they say. Prabhupada says the politicians, they've got 2 tongues, one for their family and one for the public. And Yamaraj came and took someone's life, and he was good and sometimes he was bad. Yamaraj took him to the Yamaloka and he told him that you have done both good and bad. He says, so for both of these actions, you have to go sometimes to hellish planet and sometimes to heavenly planet. So where do you like to go in? He said, let me see the hellish planet first. And later I will see the heavenly planet and then I will decide which one I will go first. So the Yamaraj took him to hellish planet. When he went to the hellish planet, everything was happening in hellish planet. There was a big, beautiful stages everywhere. And there was a lot of stage program was going on, singing, dancing, and even so many flags are flying everywhere. And people were drinking, everything was given free, food given for free, alcohol given free. And whoever came for the program, they all been given, $2,000 in envelope. And everywhere they saw that Malaysian flag is flying. So then this person saw that, Alice is not bad. Everything is happening here. Then Yamaraj after that took him to heavenly planet. Then when he went to the heavenly planet, nothing is happening there. Too quiet. Sometimes it's too peaceful, they're not very happy also. But too quiet, nothing was happening in the heavenly planet. So Yamaraj asked him, son, which one you want to go first? Hellish planet or heavenly planet? And of course, then he said, take me back to hellish planet. That is where everything is happening. So when Yamaraj took him back to hellish planet, and that time he saw that hell is like a hell. That's all. Nothing is happening. Very quiet. The stage was missing. Malaysian flag was missing. And the singing and dancing, the joyful time, all a discipline. Nothing. There's like a hellish planet. And he asked Yamaraj, just now when you brought me here, I saw everything was happening here. There were different stages, the flag of the country is flying, the singing and dancing, so many speeches were going on, everything went very well. But now nothing is happening. What happened here? He said when he came that time, it was the election time. In the election time, even they can offer you a heavenly planet. You can be taken to the moon, no problem. And everything is over, all go back to the hellish condition of life. So in whoever can manipulate the way of their talking, they become the leader of the country. Prajabe lubdai adanya. Again it says in the Bhagavatam that anybody in Kali Yuga living, they're going to witness very difficult time. So the leaders of the world, the country, they will be taxing the people too much on everything. I was told in New Zealand, they pay tax about 17%. Eh? And I'm not paying anything, so you all know better. 30%. Eh? 33%. So according to our dharma, they are allowed to take 16%. Not more than that, according to the religious way. And they take 16% from you, and end of the year they should return 3 times of 16%. They must give you back 48%. They should take the money from the people, make more money, and give them back so little bit. That is how they run the country. So it's simply in Kali Yuga, the leaders, the people become like a barbarian, uncivilized. Simply will be living like animals, only interested in eating, sleeping, mating, and defending, nothing else. He said people fearing the leaders will be running to the forest to go and hide them. The leaders will come for money to you. Taxing you cannot pay. They will take away your wife, your daughters, everybody gone, that's it. Fearing of these leaders, they will run and run and run, go and hide. Kaledo Samnidarajan Astiyeko Mahan Guna Kirtana Deva Krishnaya Mukta Sangha Samachara. There is going to be full of fault in Kali Yuga. Everything you try to see and do, even not only outside in your own family, anything is going to be a lot of problems going to come. But he says there will be one good quality will be there, the chanting of the holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So Vyasadeva could able to foresee this difficult time of coming, Kali Yuga. So he was thinking that one Veda that was imparted to Lord Brahma by the Lord about 155 trillion, 28 billion years ago. Because Lord Brahma's duration of life, he lives for 311 trillion, 40 billion years, Lord Brahma. Now half of his life is gone already. So when he was created, that time, 155 trillion, 28 billion years already passed. There's another remaining 156 billion and 22 billion years now left over. So now he was thinking that was the time the Veda was spoken. Now Kali Yuga is coming, how people are going to understand this Veda? So Vyasadeva divided that one Veda into Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Atharva Veda, and Sama Veda. He divided it into 4. And Rig Veda, he gave it to, in the end of Paila Rishi to protect. In Atharva Veda, he gave it to Vaisampayana Rishi to protect. And Samaveda he has given to Jaimani Rishi to protect. And the other Veda is given to Angira Rishi. Later Puranas is given to Loma Arshana Rishi to protect. So that one Veda he realized cannot be understood by anybody in Kali Yuga. So let me divide, make it simplified, make it more easy. And again, he was thinking, whether Rig Veda or Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, other Veda is very difficult for people to understand. And he further divided the Veda into Aranyaka, Samhita, Brahmana, and Upanishad. And later he brought in, supplementary Veda. There is called Veda Anga and Upaveda. The Veda Anga is the Kalpa Veda, Shiksha and Vyakarana, Nirukti, Chanda and Jyotisha, and Upaveda are the Ayurveda, Shilpa Veda, Gandharva Veda, Dhanur Veda. And again he thought that, people are, into different kinds of modes of nature. There are people in the mode of goodness, there are people in the mode of passionate, there are people in the mode of ignorance. So it has to be taken into a different, parts that, some for mode of goodness, some for the mode of passionate, some for the mode of ignorance. So he brought in all the Vedas into Puranas, 6 Puranas for the mode of passionate, 6 Puranas for those people in the mode of 6 Puranas for those who are in the mode of goodness, 6 Puranas for those who are in the mode of passionate, and then 6 Puranas for mode of ignorance. The Puranas in the mode of goodness are the Vishnu Purana, Varaha Purana, Garuda Purana, Narada Purana, Padma Purana, and Bhagavata Purana. And the Puranas in the mode of passionate are the Brahma Purana, Brahma Vaivarta Purana, Brahmanda Purana, and Bhavishya Purana, and Markandeya Purana, and Vamana Purana. And there are Puranas in the mode of ignorance is the Skanda Purana, Siva Purana, Linga Purana, Agni Purana, and Matsya Purana and Kurma Purana. Yes, divided all the same, bringing it into the conclusion. Bharata Panchama Veda, then the Bhagavad Gita becomes the 5th Veda for the peoples of the world. So Vyasadeva is the first person who have divided and bringing this knowledge for the betterment of the human society. So he is known as the original Guru. And today we are celebrating His Holiness Bhakti Swami. He is the representative of that original Guru Vyasadeva. And Maharaj appeared in this world 1945 in a very rich family, aristocratic family. He is more richer than Nalinkan Prabhu. He's hiding because scared I'm going to ask for donation. So Maharaj is born in a very, very wonderful family, a Vaishnava family. And he was sent to Germany to further his education. And after finishing his education, while in Germany, he has received Prabhupada books from some devotees. And from that time itself, he's already wanted to revive back his own Krishna consciousness. And after finishing his studies, he came back to Calcutta. So they were spending a lot of time in Calcutta. And then in 1976, for the first time, Maharaj went to Mayapur. And that is the beginning of his Krishna consciousness. In 1977, Maharaj met a Prabhupada in Allahabad, the Mahakumbha Mela festival. And immediately Prabhupada could be able to recognize these wonderful Vaishnavas here. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has sent him to assist Prabhupada in spreading the message of Krishna all around the world. So Maharaj got initiated during the Gaur Purnim festival. And in the same year, on the Snana Yatra in Vrindavan, the Maharaj was given a sannyas. Everything happened very quickly for Maharaj, and Prabhupada have instructed him, being an educated gentleman. Prabhupada told him to translate all these Bengali books into different languages. And if you see, Maharaj is a real Vaishnava. Vaishnava means they got a very wonderful qualities. They are not like me. I'm a little bit different, because I'm mixing with Nalinikant and also they are doctors, they give you injection and change you at any time. A poor Manoj, his friend, he went to a clinic for a checkup, and without telling him, we go and call the ambulance, pick him up to hospital. And on this trip, he asking me, when you come into my clinic? I said, I'm not coming, never. I'm not going to be like Manoj, Anyway, Maharaj traveled around the world. Titiksava Karunika Surira Sarvadejina Ajata Santarava Santa Sadhuva Sadhu Bhushana. A sadhu, a saintly person, means he has got very wonderful quality. Titikshwa, the foremost important quality for everybody to have in their life is the tolerance. Without having tolerance in our life, we cannot do much of success, anything. There's going to be any success in our life. There are so much of tests and tribulation, challenges in our life. True or not? Every moment you live, stay in the house, there are different kinds of challenges. You go into the street, different kinds of challenges. Go into the workplace, different kinds of challenges. So importantly, the Shastra says that one should have a tolerance in his life. Vaishnava means is very tolerant. And Karunika is very merciful. One of the quality of a Vaishnava is that when he sees the difficulty of others, miseries of others, he felt it's like his own misery. One of the quality of a Vaishnava. And the Vaishnava has no enemies. They always try to be very friendly to every living being. And their life is abide by the injunction of the Shastra. And they are always very peaceful. So all this quality, if you analyze in the life of Bhakti Swami, is very soft spoken. Last time in New Zealand, anyway, when they want to put any drama, all the bad characters, they will give it to me. Oh, Ravana. He said, oh, you act, you like Ravana. So Maharaj is, just opposite, is very wonderful Vaishnava, very soft, very peaceful, and very accommodating. Even in the most difficult time of COVID, he wants to go and meet the disciples, go and meet the devotees in America. Somewhere or other, he may know that his time is coming for him to depart from the world. But for a soldier, it's very important to die in the battlefield rather than in the hospital. Maharaj, all the way he was, going to America, at least try to give Krishna consciousness at the last part of his life. But then Krishna has got another plan that, he has to leave the world from there. Whatever for the Vaishnavas, how he's living, where he's living, so all secondary subject matter. Importantly, that is in the work of Krishna. So in this way, today is celebrating Maharaj, Vyasa Puja, being a very wonderful Vaishnava. So if you have got, some time, go back and try to read some of his contribution to the ISKCON world for the upliftment of the world people around. And I've been asked today also to speak, about the glories of the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. So now there are great glories in the holy name of the Lord. Maybe some of you may not know that. We know that Krishna has departed 5,000 years ago. But when before Krishna was departing, Mother Ganga came and saw Krishna. And she was worried that Lord Krishna is going away from here. At least when Krishna was here, the Dharma was with him. And he was there to protect the follower of the Dharma. And she also knows that, upon the departure of Lord Krishna, Kali Yuga is going to begin. And she was thinking in Kali Yuga, all kinds of people will come and jump into my water, Ganga, to throw away all their sin. So she was very worried that Krishna is departing. So she went and saw Krishna. Mother Ganga spoke to Lord Krishna. She told him, "E Nada Ramana Shrestha Yase Goloka Uttamam Asmakam Jagatam Cha Bhavishyanti Kalau Yughe." Mother Ganga told Lord Krishna, My dear Lord, you are living the world now. You are back again to Goloka, your own kingdom. And in Kali Yuga, that people will be simply indulging in all kinds of sinful activities, and they'll be coming to my river. Then may go and bathe in the Ganga, my sin will be taken away. So if you are not there, what is my position? What going to happen to me? Finally, you say something before you leave. Krishna told Mother Ganga, Are namani yatraivam puranani bhavantihi tatraiva gata sadharvam abhi sardam chasirosyasi. Krishna told Mother Ganga, don't worry about it. After my departure, he says the holy name, I will be appearing again. Kalikale nama rupa Krishna avatara. Nama aite ayya sarva jagat nistara. I will appear in the world again in the Nama Roop, in the form of the name, the 16 words, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. And I also will be appearing in Purana, in the Bhagavad Purana, Srimad Bhagavatam. Whoever has taken shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam, whoever is chanting the holy name, they are always protected in the world. Tadapi Vaishnava Loke Papane Papi Namapi Prithiviyam Yam Tirtane Pulani Cha Cha Janavi Punyapi Cha Janavi. Another name of Ganga is Janavi. Lord Krishna says not only that, he says in Kali Yuga, Talapi Vaishnava Loke, the whole planet will be seen the devotees. The Vaishnava will be appearing all over the world, and they will become another shelter, another protection for the people. Mad Bhaktanam Sariresu Santiputesu Bhaktinam Mad Bhaktanam Padarajesu Asuviya Saundaram. Lord Krishna says that my bhakta, my devotee, will be the purifier of the world. Even the air seems to be purifying everybody. By bhakta, my devotee Vaishnava is able to purify the air, and the bhumi will be purified by the touch of the feet of my devotees. And he told Ganga Devi, Kale Dasha Sahasrani Madbhakta Santi Putesu Ekavarna Bhavishyani Madbhaktesu Gatesu Cha. Kale Dasha Sahasrani, say for next 10,000 years, my holy name chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. For 10,000 years, the holy name, Krishna's holy name, will purify the life of the human being, will purify the life of the devotees, and it will give the greatest protection of the people of the world. Very importantly, all of us, we must understand, whether you're going to whichever temple, all the temple is meant for purification. But one thing you must understand, every yuga, every time when the time changes, a different practice comes into our life. In Kali Yuga, that that Yuga Dharma is totally different. Treteyam jayto Vishnum, Treteyam jayto mukhe dopare paricharyayam kalau tadari kirtanat. In Satya Yuga, the process to understand and to go back to God is only by meditation. In Treta Yuga, the self-realization method is only by the yajna, different kinds of sacrifice. And Dwapara Yuga by worship, temple worship, and Kali Yuga, the meditation is not recommended, the temple worship is not recommended, the yajna is not recommended. Only one thing is recommended for the people, somewhere or other, that you chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Nade Niyama Raja, Nakale Niyamastata. For everything else you want to do in your world, you want to do yajna, you want to go to temple, you want to worship the Lord, and you want to do anything else, you have to find the right time and right place and right, momentum, mindset, manobhava you should have when you want to do everything else. When you go into the temple, you must go to the right time, and going to the temple, you must make sure that you're qualified to enter into the temple, because your mindset, if it's not ready to look at the Lord, or to imbibe the Lord consciousness, when you do not know how to respect the Lord in front of you. So it's all, a lot of rules and regulation when you are entering to the temple or doing the yajna or anything else. So in Kali Yuga, practically people won't be able to follow any of these rules. And people won't be qualified for any of these things. For that reason, Krishna comes in Kali Yuga, bringing in the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra. It is, you no need to look, Nade Suniyama Rajan, you no need to look the place, which place you are going. No need to check your time, whether good time or bad time to do anything. But Kali Yuga, without any of these conditions, unconditionally, the Lord has come only for the betterment, for the welfare of the people in the world. It's more easy for you to chant Hare Krishna than, worshipping the deity and going to the forest and trying to meditate, calling different pandits, to do your yajna. Simply, the process is very simple. Nam namakari bahurani sarva shakti. All the shakti, all the power of God is already, induced in the chanting of the holy name. And you don't need to worry whether you have taken bath or not. You don't need to worry whether you're clean or not. You don't need to worry whether you're sitting or you're walking or you're rolling on the ground. Somewhere or other, they say Kali Yuga, just chant Hare Krishna. Even you're rolling, you're walking, you're sitting, you're smiling, you're crying, you're laughing, you're jumping, whatever. Even you are the most dirty in the world, never mind. But go to temple, you cannot be with dirty clothes and dirty shoe and dirty socks and everything. Very clean. It's very difficult for Kali Yuga for people to follow all these rules. But we are coming to the temple. Doesn't mean that I'm not getting anything. You're getting benefit. But the total benefit you get when you follow the Yoga Dharma. For the headache, you take the headache pills. For the fever, you get another, medicines are there. And we got an Nalinikantia, we got Kadamba on the other side. And we don't like all the doctors around. We want to have a very healthy lifestyle. So in this way that Mahaprabhu has brought the simplest process for everybody. So why you make everything very difficult for you? We know what is what we can do in our life. We know, even we are not able to handle, even the smallest problem in our life. We get a little bit confused, we go into anxiety and all kinds of traumas happening, and we do not know how to handle anything in the world. So it's better that, you take the holy name, the chanting of the holy name. And the holy name is very, very, very powerful. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time, he had a disciple. Later he became a Chaitanya Murari. Before initiated, his master was the Saranga Thakur. Saranga Thakur was the disciple of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he's a very wonderful disciple, and he followed everything, according to the Shastra. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw that, Saranga Thakur is a wonderful Vaishnava, and he's getting old, he don't have family, he's by himself alone. And later on in his life, he needs somebody to help him when he becomes invalid. So Mahaprabhu was telling him, you take a disciple, you take a disciple. But Saranga Thakur was thinking, I'm not qualified, I'm not qualified, I'm not qualified. And Mahaprabhu says, never mind, at least take one. Take one disciple, he said. And he thought, never mind, just one only. Listen to Mahaprabhu. Then he decided the next day morning, if I'm going to Ganga for bathing. Early morning, Brahma Muhurta, 3:30, went to the Ganga to bathe. And he went and jumped in the Ganga. And he was already decided, today the first person I'm meeting, I'm going to initiate him. He's my disciple. So anybody want initiation, they have to jump in the Ganga at 3:30 morning. No. And he jumped, in the Ganga, Saranga Thakur. He was thinking, the first person today I met, I will finish it. And while bathing in the Ganga, and then there was a dead body floating in the Ganga. He did not realize the dead body floating in the Ganga. And immediately he saw that somebody is floating, then he go and hold that person. And into the ear he chant, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Your name is Chaitanya Murari. And immediately that body came back into life again. That is the power of the holy name. And you want to try, you go and go to the funeral parlor and try. Eh? It's not the holy name, it's not having any power. The doctors are giving us medicine. And together with the medicine, they give you certain prescriptions to follow. Then the medicine works much more fast and better when we do not follow. So when chanting of the holy name of the Lord, we must have great faith in ourselves that even a dead body can come back to life again. But sometimes we are very reluctant, even to chant, thinking that or repetition of the same words, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. When I went to China, a long time ago, for 1 month I stayed in China, in Chengdu. I went to this Chinese family, because in China, we have to practice Krishna consciousness in a very hidden way. A communist country, they may catch you and put you in the prison. So I went to this house, and then, we lock all the door, all the windows and everything, sit inside very, very, mildly singing, nobody can hear. The police get you, that's it, finish, And then, a lot of Chinese were sitting, and then after the class, I noticed there's one lady about, 60 plus, and she came and talked to me. Then with her daughter was there, about, almost about 30 years old. Then asking, asked her, where's your husband? He said, my husband is not interested in Hare Krishna, but I like Hare Krishna so much. Then talking like that, and I look at the daughter, the daughter also likes to be a devotee. I asked the daughter, why, your father is not a devotee, your mother is a devotee, but what makes you to follow your mother instead of your father? She said, because that wonderful thing I saw in my mother, the transformation. She said, before becoming to Hare Krishna, my mother used to be the topmost angry person in the world. Little thing, you will get very angry and throw all the pots around. Even my father ran away from the house, he shake the knife. My father is that guy, like a very great demon. Angry means, finish. And after coming to Hare Krishna, my mother is very calm and peaceful. And always she is chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. My father said, the mother after going to Hare Krishna, so much changed, And the daughter told the father, why not you become a devotee? No, I got a little bit beer to drink. I got some, work to do. I want to finish my alcohol. I want to finish my age, I cannot be, keep away from fish and egg and, from, Kentucky fried chicken and everything. It's good for your mother because she is angry person. But I'm an hungry person. You see, so in this way, the chanting of Hare Krishna definitely will bring in the greatest transformation in your life. Even my parents who wonder, my mother says, no, I cannot believe how you changed yourself. My mother says, no, you are the best son in the family. Last time we cannot talk to you, anything we say, you argue back, you talk back, We thought you are the most notorious son in the family. But look at you. After going to Hare Krishna, look at you, the changes. We cannot believe at all, And by Krishna's mercy, today we are not fighting with anybody, not arguing with anybody, not taking a knife at anybody. They're very calm and peaceful. And we've only moved around with, more silent, more calm people like Nalini Kant, and the fellow cannot fight with her. And then looking at me, glowing beard, the guy also glowing beard. I told you, you look very ugly with the beard, and today you come very clean shaven. Very importantly, we have to understand. There was a time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time, Subudi Roy was converted into Islam. Mughals, Mohammedans were ruling India at that time. And he was converted, to be a Muslim. And, he ran to all the smarta Brahmanas, born, Brahmana by birth without any qualification. He went to them and he told them that, I'm already been converted by the Muslims from, Vedic culture into the Malacha culture. So what I should do to come back again, to revive my culture. And they told him that, you go back to your house, take a tin of tea and then boil, boiling tea you should drink, they said. In other words, they told him, you better die. No hope for you. Sometimes we are living in the world with a different kinds of hope. Hope against hope. There was a girl in the family, she's not doing well in the studies. And she also got a boyfriend, very rich family, but the boyfriend is a driver. The father was very angry with this girl. No, you cannot marry the boy, no, I want to marry the boy. One day the father told the girl, look, I can let you marry the dog in the house, but not to that driver boy. And the dog heard this thing. So my boss says that even he can let his daughter to marry me. So from that day onward, the dog was having a great hope. And another dog came, by, in the street, look at this dog, why you are always inside, better you run away from there. He said, no. The boss told that, to the daughter, I will marry you to the dog in the house. So I'm waiting for that. Hope against hope. So Subudi Roy came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what to do. Now I've been converted, by the Muslim into their religion, but I wanted to remain in the Vedic culture, follow the path of Dharma. What I should do? I went to the Smarta Brahmana. They advised me to boil the ghee and then drink the ghee and die. What I should do? So Mahaprabhu told him, no, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama eva kevalam kalau nasti eva gatir anyata. There is no other way, no other way, no other way, other than, chanting of the holy name of Krishna, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So practically to overcome all kinds of, trouble and tribulation and tests, and challenges in our life, we should try the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mantra. Definitely you will see the difference in yourself. Even all the devotees here. When even I told once, even in my house, my mother, they give me food to eat. And if there is no fish, I won't eat. And when I came to Hare Krishna, I was not only eating without fish, I'm also eating without onion and garlic. And from 45 kilo, I came to 90 kilo. Oh, because the food is so tasty. And my mother looked at me, she said, when you went, 45 kilo, you come back so fat, 80 to 90 kilo, what you're eating? I was told that there is no even onion and garlic in the food. I said, yes. And my mother told me, look, when last time I give you food, I don't give you fish, you don't eat. But now, no onion and garlic also you're eating. How is it? Your priority comes difference now. It all is in the mind. The moment you're holding it in your mind, you go through all the miseries and difficulties of the world, and the mantra comes out to release those things from the mind, and your emotion become balanced. Emotion is imbalanced all the time, is fluctuating, and morning we are good, afternoon little bit, bad, night become worse, like animals. People are changing at every time, they're not the same. But you come and chanting the holy name every day, spend 5 minutes time, 10 minutes, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Akila Rasamurtam Murti, Prasmara, Ruchi, Rudra, Taraka Pali. And Krishna is the reservoir of the pleasure. He is the reservoir of the love. The moment you bring him into your life, and then your emotion become balanced. You remain whatever you are devotee of Lord Muruga, remain as a devotee. You are Christian, remain as a Christian. There's not an issue, there's no different religion in the world. All religion is one and the same. But here they are giving you a simple process. And the evidence is that so many devotees around here, from the best, from the worst, today they have become the topmost. Even their own parents cannot believe how my children are living, with great sacrifice, without any of, external entertainment, but they're always happy and smiling, always very happy. So take care of yourself. Thank you so much for being here today. And, the glories of the Holy Name Festival, they are starting today, I think. So all of you kindly, humbly requesting, please chant Hare Krishna in your house, at least 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You don't need to take a beat and chant, when you wake up in the morning, the moment you wake up, you don't think about anything else. Everything else you think is a problem. True or not? If wake up and think about your husband is a problem. About your wife is a problem. About your children, more problem. They sleep more, you're more peaceful. The moment they wake up, that's it, finished, So everything, when the moment you wake up in the morning, don't think anything. A problem will come later, don't worry. The moment everybody gets up, problem comes. The moment you wake up, immediately, just close your eyes. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gajanara Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Very easy to chant. And you are going to take shower, and all the way walk, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Just chant. And when you are in the shower, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare. And when you are making breakfast for your children or for your family, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, starting the problem. Hare Rama. And when you are driving, there are traffic jam, your emotions become imbalanced again. Oh, I hate this man. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Balance it up again. After that, you want to go to church, you go to church. You want to go to the mosque, you go to the mosque. You want to go to the restaurant, anyway, you go and come back. You want to go and see your girlfriend, you go and see your girlfriend. But in between, make the emotion balance. Otherwise, you may kill your girlfriend. So have a wonderful day, enjoyable day, and thanks again for kindly coming here today. I think the devotees have prepared a wonderful feast today. Enjoy and come back again. Jai Sri Prabhupada ki Jai, Jai Gaura Pramanande.
They want you to do Aarti of Maharaj and
Hare Krishna. So before we move on to the next program, maybe Pushpanjali or Subodhana or Maharaj and then so just few announcements. First and foremost, please as the sponsor